Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for coming to my flip throughs. So I have another flip through, this time of a travel album. In 2017, we took a road trip from Pennsylvania to Arkansas, and this is a document of kind of that vacation. So I found these albums at Michael's when they were on 75% off. They're the old, I think, Recollections brand albums. They're not the high quality, but for things like my vacation albums or different small projects, I really enjoy just kind of using them. They've got a fun cover. So this one says Wanderlust, and I thought that was appropriate for our road trip. Started the project with a page I did using a lot of brads. So I'm in a group called and I'm Use Your Stash or Use It Up. And one of the things is I have so many brads and I wanted to use it on this page. So I just, one of the pictures of John and I together I took and I put it with all the brads. And I really enjoyed making this page, and I really thought it was a lot of fun to just kind of go back to some of the things we used to use a lot, which was brads. I've got some pages of just driving around. One of the things that really I enjoy is just kind of documenting the mundane of a vacation. So some of the different stones that we saw when we were walking around in Ohio at the Longaberger factory, and the words. So I took the words, took the pictures, and put the words on cards because you couldn't really read them in the pictures, but I thought it was important to have both. This is just a story of a street sign and why we thought it was funny. Some more about the basket building when we went to Ohio, and you'll notice I used the same paper on both of these pages just to kind of tie them together. But on this page, I had a lot to say, and I thought this page that had the writing on it was perfect for me to be able to kind of say, this is the story and this is why the basket building meant so much for me to see it. Some more of the baskets, and this was just a fun page that I used. I fussy cut some of these out, and I just thought it was fun to take a picture of me with my Coke bottle. We did go to the horse races, so Hadamant Julep was very exciting. Basically, we went to the location where the Kentucky Derby is for a horse race, and as we were there that day, a tornado came through. All the horse races were suspended, and us and thousands of our friends were stuck in the lobby kind of waiting for the coast to clear so we could leave. So it was a fun day. We did get to have some drinks and see some races and listen to some music. It was fun. Here's the picture of the races we actually got to see before the storms came through. And then because we were in Kentucky, we actually did a bunch of bourbon tours. So we started at Highland Hills. You can see this, and this particular location had the best gift shop. It had all kinds of cute things. And this, I Love You to the Liquor Store and Back, really was fun for me because I used to live somewhere where you had to drive 30 minutes to go to the liquor store, and we used to all kind of work together and decide when we would go. We went to Maker's Mark. There was also a Chihuly exhibit, and he's one of the glass artists, and we actually have seen him multiple times or seen his art multiple times, and it's kind of interesting that we just happened upon it. It was beautiful, so just kind of took some pictures of those and put it on there. This is another part of that same group where you're trying to use it up, and I have a ton of old chipboard letters. So you'll see it here and you'll see it again in another layout. I was trying to just use as many of these pieces as I could. So here you'll see them in white, and then later you'll see when I actually did some painting on them to try to use them up. This page was part of a challenge I had to make a list and kind of do some journaling in the list. So this is how to do a whiskey tour, and I made a list of how you did that. It's fun, have a different approach. So here's those other chipboard letters. I painted them black, kind of made them fit with this layout, and actually they're two different sets of letters. So these are the same white ones that you saw on the other page, and if you'll see here, this one is a U here, it was a N or an H on the other pages. So I just made the letters work, and that's what you have to do if you want to use it up and not have to go out and buy stuff. And these are another set that were just multicolored, so I just colored them all black, and it kind of fit in with this page of when we went to Maker's Mark. So the last brewery we went to was the Four Roses. It was also really cool. Kind of a lot of neat whiskey there. I think we ended up bringing home some of this one because it was kind of an interesting place and it was neat to be there. Then we moved on to Nashville, and we're not really country music fans, but we are beer fans. So we did a few breweries while we were in Nashville, the first of which is Fat Bottom. It was kind of interesting. So we took some pictures of the different breweries. We also did the zoo while we were there. I love a zoo. And once again, you'll see that I take the same paper and I try to make a 2-page layout kind of work cohesively when it's appropriate. We're also those people. We do the license plate game. So I took a picture from the app that we used, put that in there, and then I cut out from a piece of paper this map. And this is Arkansas, and I put a heart where we were ending up. I thought that was kind of a neat way to use the paper. And although this yellow was supposed to be taxis, I figured it doesn't matter, it's cars. So it's kind of cool to just have that background paper on this. And it's important to me because this was something that I wanted to remember that we did, because it was so fun for us to be just going from Pennsylvania to Arkansas and to hit 40 of the 50 states in license plates was kind of a fun thing. When I changed Be Happy to Beer Happy, and I'm real happy with that, how that turned out. Our last brewery, and this is really just a collection of some beer paper, beer stickers, which I thought was fun. It's kind of a simple page, but at this point, I've already done 3 beer pages, so didn't think I needed a lot. The Parthenon in Nashville we visited as well, just kind of as another thing we wanted to do as a tourist. I had been to Nashville multiple times, and I'd always heard there was this thing called the Parthenon there as a replica, and I'd never seen it, so we went there this time. It was really cool. And the last page is just a couple of pictures of some of the other fun stuff we did while we were on the trip. A guitar that we saw walking down the streets of Memphis, and we went to Chuy's in Nashville, my favorite Mexican place. So that's my travel album. Thanks for watching the flip through, and I hope you guys have a great day.